of the polynomial. Zeros of quadratic polynomial. In previous lecture I had discussed about general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square add up bx add up c. That is p of x equals to ax square add up bx add up c, and condition is what? A is not equals to 0. This is the general form of quadratic polynomial with condition. In previous lecture discussed about general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square add up bx add up c. That is p of x equals to ax square add up bx add up c, and condition is what? A is not equals to 0. This is the general form of quadratic polynomial with condition A is not equals to 0. Now you have to find out the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Then for simplicity I am explaining an example which is related to factors of quadratic polynomial. Let us consider a polynomial p of x equals to x square add up 7x add up 12. Now in order to find out the factors of this polynomial p of x, first of all write this polynomial in its original form, 1 into x square add up 7x add up 12. Then by using middle term splitting, multiply this constant term with coefficient of x square, then you will get 12 into 1 equals to 12. Now factorize this 12. While factorizing it, you will get 2 into 2 into 3. What you are obtaining? 2 into 2 into 3. Now we can arrange this term like 2 into 2, that is 4, and 3. If you are adding 4x add up 3x, then you are getting 7x. So we can write 7x as like 4x add up 3x. That is x square add up 4x add up 3x add up 12. That is p of x. In these two terms, x square add up 4x, x is common, take x as common, then you will get x add up 4, and in these two terms 3 is common, take 3 as common. Now you are getting these two terms, and in these two terms x plus 4 is common, take x plus 4 as common. What will remain? Here only x will remain. Sign is positive, so write positive sign here, and here 3 will remain. So we can say that we can write this polynomial in factors x add up 4 into x add up 3. Then in general way we can say that we can write this polynomial p of x in product of factors. Suppose we are writing this polynomial p of x in its factor like x minus alpha into x minus beta, and k is a constant. K is what? K is a constant. Now open this. This is k, x into x, x square x into beta x beta, and sign here positive into negative negative. Now product this second term with these two terms. First of all you have to multiply sign. Here positive sign is, then plus into minus, minus alpha into x x alpha, and minus into minus plus alpha into beta alpha beta. Then we can say that p of x equals to k into x square minus x beta minus x alpha, add up alpha into beta. Now open this bracket, so this will become a kx square minus k x beta minus k x alpha, add up k alpha beta. That is k x square minus take x as common, then what will you get? And also k is common, kx bracket alpha plus beta, add up k into alpha into beta. Then p of x is what? This is ax square, add up bx, add up c. Now you can compare the coefficient of x square on both sides. You can compare the coefficient of x in both sides. Also you can compare constant term on both sides. So can we write this like comparing coefficient of x square on both sides? What will you get? If we are going to compare coefficient of x square on both sides, then a equals to k, that is a equals to k. This is the first. Now compare coefficient of x on both sides, then what will you get? You will get b equals to minus k alpha plus beta. Now compare constant term on both sides, then what will you get? You will get c equals to k into alpha beta. Now obtain relation between a, b, c as well alpha and beta. I am rewriting this term here. A equals to k, second is b equals to minus k bracket alpha plus beta, and c equals to k into alpha beta. Now can we write this term as alpha plus beta equals to minus b by k, and alpha into beta equals to c by k, where k equals to what? Here k is equals to a, that is alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a, and alpha into beta equals to c upon a. If p of x is a quadratic polynomial, then there are two roots of this polynomial. Suppose first root is, let first root is alpha and second root is beta, then what is the relation between these coefficients a, b, c and its roots? That is alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a. So we can say that sum of zeros or roots equals to minus b is what? B is coefficient of x, that is coefficient of x upon a is what? Coefficient of x square, that is coefficient of x square. then this is the formula to calculate the relation between zeros and coefficient of a quadratic polynomial. Also, second form is alpha into beta equals to c upon a. That means products of roots equals to c upon a. That is constant term upon a is what? A is coefficient of x square. That is coefficient of x square. In short, you don't have to remember the previous derivation. Then in short, we can say that if p of x is a quadratic polynomial whose general form is ax square add up bx add up c, where a is not equal to 0 and alpha and beta are zeros of this polynomial, then the relation between its zeros and coefficient of polynomial p of x, then sum of zeros or roots equals to minus b upon a, that is alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a, where b is coefficient of x and a is coefficient of x square. Simply compare the given polynomial, a standard polynomial, and find out the values of a, b and c. Next is, this is the first relation, that is sum of zeros or roots of a quadratic polynomial. Second is product of zeros or roots equals to c upon a. That is, if alpha is first root and beta is second root, then alpha into beta equals to c upon a. Consider an example. If p of x equals to 4x square add up 6x add up 15, then find a, b and c for p of x. Also find sum of zeros and product of zeros for p of x. Read this question carefully. It is given that p of x is a polynomial. While comparing this with this original form of quadratic polynomial, you will get a equals to 4, b equals to 6 and c equals to 15. Now what we have to find out? This was the first part of this question, and second part of this question is find sum of zeros. Let alpha and beta are zeros of p of x, then alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a, where b equals to 6, so minus 6 upon a equals to 4. That is, if you will simplify this, then 2 2 is 4, 2 3 is 6, that is minus 3 upon 2. Then alpha plus beta equals to minus 3 upon 2, this is the sum of zeros of this polynomial, and alpha into beta is product of zeros of this polynomial. Then alpha into beta equals to c upon a, where c equals to 15 upon a equals to 4. That is, this is the product of zeros of this polynomial p of x. So alpha into beta equals to c upon a, and that is 15 upon 4. By using this procedure, you can find out the solution. This is question number 2. Find the zeros of polynomial f of x equals to x square add up 7x add up 12 and verify the relation between its zeros and coefficients. Then first problem is to find out zeros of f of x. In order to find out zeros of this polynomial f of x, put this polynomial equals to 0. That is, put f of x equals to 0, where f of x is x square add up 7x add up 12 equals to 0. Now write this polynomial in factors. Then x square add up, you can write 7x as 4x add up 3x add up 12 equals to 0. Now take x common from the two terms, x add up 4, and take 3 common from these two terms, that is x add up 4. Now x plus 4 and x plus 4 are common, then take x plus 4 as a common factor and you will get x plus 4 into x plus 3 equals to 0. If product of these two terms are 0, then either this term is 0 or this term is 0. Then you can write either x plus 4 equals to 0, then x equals to minus 4, or x plus 3 equals to 0, that is x equals to minus 3. Then the roots of this polynomial are minus 4 and minus 3. Hence we can write roots are any one of these two you can consider as alpha. So here I am considering x equals to minus 4, that is alpha equals to minus 4 and beta equals to minus 3. Now what we have to do? We have to verify the relation between its zeros and coefficients. Find out the relations, that is alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a. While comparing this f of x equals to x square add up 7x add up 12 with original equation of polynomial ax square add up bx add up c, you can say that a equals to 1, b equals to 7 and c equals to 12. Now by using LHS of this expression, we can write alpha plus beta, that is equals to minus 4 minus 3, you will get minus 7. Now RHS of this expression is minus b upon a, and it is equals to minus value of b is 7 upon value of a is 1, that is minus 7. So we can say that LHS equals to minus 7 as well RHS equals to minus 7, that is minus 7 equals to minus 7. This is correct, that is verified. Now second relation between its zeros and coefficients are alpha into beta equals to c upon a, that is LHS of this term is expression is alpha into beta, and alpha equals to minus 4 into beta equals to minus 3, that is you will get minus into minus plus and 4 3s are 12. So alpha into beta equals to 12. This is the LHS, this is LHS, and in RHS it is given C upon A. That is, what is the value of C? 12 upon, what is the value of A? 1. You will get 12. This is RHS. Further, in this calculation, we have obtained that alpha into beta, that is 12, equals to C upon A, which is also 12. Then we can say that 12 equals to 12, which is correct. That is verified. Next question, read carefully. It is given that find the root zeros of polynomial f of x equals to x square minus 3. You have to find out the zeros or roots of the polynomial f of x equals to x square minus 3 and verify the relationship between its zeros and coefficients. Then first of all you have to find out the zeros of this polynomial, and after then you have to verify the relations between zeros and coefficients. Now what is given? Given f of x equals to x square minus 3. Now we have to first of all find out zeros of polynomial. Then to find zeros of f of x, put f of x equals to 0. That is x square minus 3 equals to 0. Now we have to solve this and find out the values of x. In order to solve this, I am using here formula a square minus b square equals to a plus b into a minus b. Can we write this x square minus 3 in terms of a square minus b square? That is, we can write 3 as root 3 whole square. Why? Because if we are writing this 3 as root 3 whole square, that means 3 to the power 1 upon 2. Root stands for what? Power half into 2. Then this 2 will get cancelled out and you will get further 3. Then we can say that we can write 3 as root 3 whole square. So x square minus root 3 whole square equals to 0. Now this is converted in this form, that is a square minus b square, where a equals to x and b equals to root 3. We can use this formula a square minus b square equals to a plus b into a minus b. Then a plus b, that is x plus root 3 into a minus b, that is x minus root 3 equals to 0. If the product of these two terms are 0, then either this term is 0 or this term is 0. Then either x plus root 3 equals to 0, then x equals to minus root 3, or x minus root 3 equals to 0, then you will get x equals to root 3. Any one of these two you can consider alpha and other as beta. Now here I am considering alpha equals to minus root 3 and beta equals to root 3. Now second step, what we have to do? We have to find out the relation between zeros and coefficients. Copy this term. After then I am solving second part. The relation between zeros and coefficients. Alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a, and alpha into beta equals to c upon a. First of all, you have to find out the values of a, b and c. Then can we write this equation, that is f of x equals to x square minus 3 as 1 into x square add up 0 into x add up minus 3. Can we write? Definitely we can write, because here term x is not existing, that means its coefficient is 0. Then while comparing this with original equation, that is x square f of x equals to ax square add up bx add up c, we can say that a equals to 1, b equals to 0 and c equals to minus 3. Now LHS of this relation is alpha plus beta, and alpha plus beta from here is minus root 3 add up root 3, that is 0, and RHS of this relation is alpha minus b upon a, that is, what is the value of b? B equals to 0, then 0 upon 1, that is 0. So we can say that LHS equals to RHS, that is 0 equals to 0. This is verified. Second, alpha into beta equals to c upon a, then solve it. Alpha into beta, LHS, that is equals to minus root 3 into root 3 equals to minus 3, and RHS of this relation is c upon a, and c upon a equals to minus 3 upon 1, that is minus 3. Then we can say that LHS equals to RHS, so minus 3 equals to minus 3. This relation is also verified. So by using this procedure you can solve this problem.